lecture on programming skills using C. During this session, we are going to work out more problems using the while loop. These are the three problems we are going to work out, and we are going to understand how to program, how to analyze a given problem and come with a solution. That is very important. Let us take the first series. We are now, for the next two sessions, we are going to deal with various kinds of series. So as you see here, this series is a sum of n terms of the odd series, 1 plus 3 plus 5 and 7. You can go up to n terms. N could be 10, n could be 5, n could be 20, etc. So let us try to analyze this series. As you see, 1, 3, 5, 7. How do I get this term from the previous term? I just 1 plus 2 gives me 3. Similarly, there is a pattern here. So earlier term plus 2 will give you 5. Here 7 is obtained by adding 2 to 5. The next term, therefore 9 would be 9 because 7 plus 2 will be 9. So this is what we see. We'll make a chart. Always make a chart to understand how this series work. So here we initialize T1 as 1, and therefore T2 is equal to T1 plus 2. T3 is equal to T2 plus 2. T3 is, therefore the general formula is T is equal to T plus 2. So it's very, very important to arrive at a general formula. Similarly, S is equal to initially 0. I am adding 1 T1 to that. So S is equal to S, previous S plus T1. Here in the second case, it is previous S. It contains 0 plus 1 plus T2. So it becomes S plus 3, S plus T. So again, previous S plus 5 and previous S, whatever contained in the S earlier, plus 7. So the general formula therefore is equal to S is equal to S plus T. That goes on summing the values of each of the terms. This formula is very important. We are going to use all the time. We have used it earlier also in the natural numbers. S is equal to S plus T, where T was always incremented by 1. Now let us work out the same problem. We'll see the flow chart. Partial flow chart is there. I have initialized S is equal to 0, T is equal to 1, I is equal to 1. And my argument is I just want to find out for 5 runs. So as long as I is less than equal to 5, I value is 1. So what happens in the first run? So S is equal to 0. I come here. S is equal to S plus T. T contains 1. Therefore, it is 0 plus 1. Earlier there was 0. I have added 1. Now the value of T, it becomes as you note 3 because 1 was there already. I am adding 2, it becomes 3. I becomes 2 because there was 1. I am adding just 1 here. Therefore I becomes 2. I come to, therefore I is equal to 2 here. I come to the second run. Still I is less than 5. Therefore then S is equal to S plus T. Earlier S is equal to 0 plus 1. To that I add 3 and T becomes therefore 3 plus 2, 5 and I becomes 3. I come to the third run. In the third run already there is 0 plus 1 plus 3. I have to add T. Therefore it becomes 5. T becomes 7 and I becomes 4. And here already is 1 plus 3 plus 5 is there. I have to add 7. So it becomes S plus T. And then this becomes 9 and here it becomes 5. And now already 1, 3, 5, 7 is there. I add 9 to that. Now the value of T is equal to 11 and the value of I is equal to 6. Here it was 5, therefore as while I is less than equal is there. So it was all right. We went into this loop. But when it comes here, I value has become 6. Therefore, this is not true. It breaks this loop and comes here and it prints the value of S. Now, S contains this number and as you see, the value of S is going to be 25. This is how this series works and this is the flow chart for finding out the sum of n terms of the odd series. Now, in the next lesson you have to do it on your own for the even series. Very simple. I would like you to pause this video, write a full flow chart and C program. So this is the complete flow chart. We have to input the value of n. Earlier we wrote 5, now it is n, only that is the change you have to do, and it is going to print. In your C program, you should print each of these because this series has to be represented. I would like you to do that in your C program, so that you get that S is equal to 1 plus 3 plus etc. Slightly difficult because you have to remove this plus sign from here. Think about it and then write this program, C program. Here some odd numbers, what it is doing, and this, also give the series by whom, etc. We declare these variables, then clear the screen, and then write program to find the sum of n odd numbers of the series, odd series. Then enter the value for n, get the value, and then sum is equal to 0, t is equal to 1, I is equal to 1, as long as while I is less than equal to n. Sum is equal to sum plus term, term is equal to term plus 2, I is incremented by 1, and then I print the sum of n terms of the odd series, and with that my C program is over. I have not done that. I would like you to print the series here. That will come here. First you have to be 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 5, 7, etc. That should be done. That is left to you as an assignment. Spend some time, think about it, and come with a solution. With that, we go to the next series here, like the other one, very similar. But in this case, as you say, 2 plus 4 plus 6 n terms. Therefore, s is equal to 0. In this case, the first term is going to be 2. Therefore, you write 2 there, t is equal to 2, I is equal to 1. All the rest is the same. And then I have shown you the first two steps, part of the two steps. So 0 plus 2, here t becomes 4, I becomes 2. Therefore 0 plus 2 plus 4. Then you have to increment by 4 plus 2 will be 6, etc., etc. You write the chart, very important. Before you write the program, complete this chart for 5 runs of the while loop. With that, we come to the very tricky problem. Looks very easy, but I have seen in my class for the last 20 years, students are not able to program this series at all. They find it difficult. They can't think because we are not trained to think, unfortunately. Therefore, let us see how we are going to write. As you see, first you look at the terms. Only without the sign. So 1, 3, 5, 7. We have done it earlier. So T1, T2 is equal to T1 plus 2. T3 is equal to T2 plus 2, etc. Only the sign has to change. Sign has to change. Sign is minus 1 or into. So 3 into minus 1. 5 into plus 1. 7 into minus 1. So that is, you have to remember how you are going to get that. Therefore, take this as a separate variable, minus 1, plus 1, minus 1, etc. That is what you have to do. As I am showing you here, first term is 1. Before that, I would like you to think about it a longer time. Spend at least 15, 20, even half an hour or 1 hour to arrive at the problem, and you will be happy. Otherwise, you will be just copying what I have done. So you have to write this similar chart. So T1 is 1. So how do I get T2? T1 plus 2, as we have done earlier. So here it is 1 plus 1 minus 3 plus 5 minus 7. This is what the series is. How do I get? So plus 1 is equal to 1 into plus 1. 3 is equal to minus 3 is equal to 3 into minus 1. This is 5 into plus 1, 7 into minus 1. Therefore, this becomes a separate variable. I make it as sign. Sign is equal to 1. I multiply, therefore, sign into minus 1. It becomes minus here. Then the sign, earlier sign is equal to minus 1. Multiply by minus 1. It becomes plus, so minus plus. So therefore, general formula is equal to sign is equal to minus 1 into sign. So this has to be done. Therefore, how do I get this? Earlier it was s plus t. Now s plus t sign into t. T value is 1, t value is 3, 5, 7. So sign is equal to plus, sign is equal to minus here, sign is equal to plus, etc. So general formula therefore is equal to s is equal to s plus sign into t. So this is the chart. Now I would like you to pause this video for some time, write the flow chart, and then the C program. This is the formula you have to use in your flowchart. I have written the complete flowchart. As you see, S is equal to S plus sine into T. Sine is here plus 1. Sine into T. Earlier, when there were no alternate negative and positive signs, it was S is equal to S plus T. It's not so. So T is equal to T plus T as earlier, but sign value changes. It becomes negative, etc. And you get the series, and at the end you print the value. And we will see. For example, we'll run through this algorithm. So here 1, because why? Sine is equal to 1 and T is equal to 1. It contains 1. Now T becomes 3. T becomes 3. Sine value, it is plus 1. Now multiply by minus 1 becomes minus 1. I has become 2. So this is the first run. So I value is 2 is less than n, 5, less than 5. And now S is equal to, earlier it was 1, now T value is equal to 3 and my sine value is equal to minus, therefore 1 minus 3. Now this has become 5, this has become plus 1, this has become 3. Now we come to the third run. So again S is equal to 1 minus 3 is there, T value is equal to 5, sine value is equal to therefore 1 minus 3 plus 5 it becomes. This becomes 7, this becomes minus 1, this becomes 4. Again 4 is less than equal to n, 5. I will consider 5 runs, and here we have minus 7 because 7 into sine value is minus, it becomes 9, this becomes plus, this becomes 5, and again still it is true, and then we do plus 9. This becomes 11, this becomes minus 1, this becomes 6. Now it will come out of the loop and it will print the value of S. S is equal to, because as you see, 9, then this thing, 10 minus 10, so 5 is the answer here. So this is how the whole algorithm, whole program runs. Now you pause this video, write complete C program for this program. I will quickly run some odd series. This is the odd series, give the odd series, and sum, we declare all that, and the title, terms, we get the number of terms, term is equal to 1, sine is equal to plus 1, I is equal to 1, as long as I is less than equal to 1. So sum is equal to sum plus term is equal to, I have missed here, it should be term into sine. So please remember, I made a mistake here, term into sine. And sine here, and then plus I plus plus increment operator we are using there. So then print the sum. Kindly correct this. Sum is equal to sum plus sine into term. That has to be done, and with that we finish our program. Thank you.